I remember the days of drive-in movie theatres, roller skating rinks, pinball parlours, mongoose BMX bikes, model railways, and slot cars. Yeah, as a teenager, I had this awesome Scalextric slot car set, the one with the chicane, the high hump, and those little Mini Cooper cars. The neighbours used to come over Saturday afternoon, and we'd race those things for hours till the sun went down. Those were the days. Hey, I wonder what became of slot cars. Like, are they still a thing? I guess in the age of iPhones, social media, and online gaming, probably not. Yeah, probably not. This is a Carrera Digital 132 scale slot car. And yes indeed, it is a thing. This is the GT Face-Off starter set, our very first piece of the Carrera pie. And just a few fun-filled months later, well, you get the picture. Start a YouTube channel, they said. Okay, challenge accepted. Hi, this is Shane coming at you from Down Under in Brisbane, Australia. Welcome to the first episode of Hughes Garage Slot Car Adventures. Okay, so let's take a look at the track so far. Now, just a few months ago, back in February, this is 2023, I built this table, this new table. Our first attempt wasn't particularly good, a bit springy, and the cars would bounce off the track all the time. So constructing a proper solid base was important. I just used some old MDF and sliced those sheets down the middle and created a kind of a giant playpen kind of thing. And then it's just some 9mm structural plywood sheets on top. So the size of this table, it's about 2.4 meters deep and 4.8 meters in length. This is a typical two-car garage, so it certainly dominates the space, but there's not a lot left, but plenty of space left for what we're wanting to do in here. Let's take a look at the circuit itself. Okay, the main straight. I don't know about you, but I like the idea of filling the table to capacity with a nice, huge main straight. We've dressed it up with the shoulders. We've got the pit lane, garages. We've got more garages on the way, actually. They should be arriving soon. We've got this fellow. Got to have one of those. And then I've started doing some scenery here. This is my first attempt, but on this first corner we used to have 160 curves, but they were just too tight, so the cars would always tend to come off no matter how careful you were. Swapping them out with these 230s, they're a wider radius and it's a much better choice, much better idea for the end of a home straight. Out of the first turn and into this side straight, this is where we placed a lane changer. Typically when you come out of the pit lane, you might want to get straight back to the outer lane if that's where you've come from in the first place. So this is where that happens. Didn't think anyone would want to go into the inside lane for the second turn. It seems to work well, but we've got a double lane changer coming up shortly. Emerging at the other end, we've got a slight incline here and another tight bend here, heading into our first of three bridges. This is what we've called Castrol Edge Overpass. Got another lane changer there, second bridge. We come around and now we're heading in the opposite direction, directly over the top of that back straight. This was the first little, well, big bridge. I call this the triple. Made out of scraps from the back shed. More on that later. Emerging at the other end, we've got a sharp turn to the right. We're passing underneath the overpass, the second bridge, and we enter into this extended S-bend configuration. Now, I don't like S-bends, but this one actually works really well. The cars seem to fly through it without any trouble, so I like it. And we end up here at the hairpin turn, or the curved chicane. This is a great feature, probably my favourite add-on out of everything, really. I really like this piece. We go flying underneath the overpass again and into the final leg of the race. At this point, we have a double lane changer. We sprint down under the overpass, and then we arrive at the last little challenge, and this is the long chicane. Into one of the final bends. This one currently has a 230 going into a 160 piece. It's still a little bit tight for our liking. We have a lot of accidents here. So I'd like to modify this particular bend with just all 230s, or even better, 330s, to give a nice sweeping curve there. At this point, we pass beneath the classic Scalextric Dunlop footbridge, and to the roar of an imaginary crowd, we fly into the main straight and cross the finish line. You would not believe how many takes that took to get right. This YouTube stuff's harder than it looks. Let's check out some ghost car racing action via headcam. Well, thanks for checking out the first episode of Hughes Garage SCA. Just a quick one to get rolling. In upcoming episodes, we're going to tackle all sorts of scenery, including building a big mountain over in the far corner there and all sorts of other things. We're going to design and build trackside buildings from scratch using balsa wood. We're going to do car mods, track mods, anything we can think of. And of course, there's going to be lots of racing. So please like, subscribe, and all that other YouTubey goodness. And we'll see you on the next episode of Hughes Garage Slot Car Adventures.